Philadelphia. That's right, it's just us and Chris Jones. Hi, Chris. He's just still pissed about the ring. 100%, 1,000% mad that he lost to the tush push in the Super Bowl and the kingdom did indeed crumble. So I know that you have a lot of talking points, just like I do, about this passing game and about what happened yesterday. And yes, Jesus Christ, it felt like an Iowa game. Derogatorily. I tweeted that mid-game. I was just sitting here going, oh, man, we are in 3 yards of clouded dust. Let the defense take care of business. Thank God for Drew Makuba, who was having kind of a rough one in the beginning, again. But as it turns out, man, Reed Blankenship just needs to stop running into people. Don't you think that was going to be a pick six? Like, he just needed a little bit of daylight. Somebody in the Discord had said that, too, during the game. And I was just sitting there going, God damn. But the defense, I mean, it is becoming as advertised with Jihad Campbell and everything from training camp and his aggressiveness and all those veterans saying, please tone it down. And it could have shown up more times yesterday, hitting Patrick Mahomes, for sure. I'm glad they got the win. It was not an entertaining game. That was not fun. You and I can be really honest about that. Like, that was just a stupid game to watch, but I am so glad I was watching it at the Neshaminy Creek Brewery in Dublin. I had a great time. Drinks were had. More hats were given out. Please join us there. I think this is going to be one of our watering holes throughout the season. But if I wasn't enjoying their draft lager and the camaraderie, I would have been probably taking a nap at some point during halftime. I probably should have. And let's just start there. As I keep doing with post games, there's 3 questions I have leading into the game, and then we go over them post game to see if we got our answers. My number 1 question basically was, is this just a zone issue versus the Dallas Cowboys, or can the Philadelphia Eagles not really find a way to get A.J. Brown open? And I am fucking tired of saying this every year. So there's a part of me that goes, I'm going to wait until week 5. And I am. I don't know what Kevin Patullo is all about. The thing that was sold to us as a fan base with this is going to be continuity. Continuity. Which really means we just won the Super Bowl. We went through this last year. We went through this in 2023. It didn't really work out that well. And instead of going on a search for someone that can bring something new to the table, like Kellen Moore did yesterday, we're just going to sit with some of the stuff that he gave us. Kevin's going to handle the business. Nick is still going to have influence in play calling again, and so will Jalen Hurts. That, to me, is always the issue with Nick Sirianni, Howie Roseman, however you want to define it. The success is fantastic, and I'm not arguing against that. I'd rather deal with these issues going to Super Bowls, winning them, losing them, figuring out how to get better players here. I'm all in about that. But these are the situations that you're going to keep running into in the first couple of weeks of the season. A new guy has to understand the feel of what Jalen and Nick want, find a happy medium, and you can see that stuff starting to boil over a little bit. Like, completely mismanaged game, I think, from all 3 of those guys. 100%. Equal blame for everybody yesterday. Jalen didn't play very well. Spags made sure they didn't play very well. And seriously, what the fuck is up with 0 attempts from 10 to 19 yards? I understand Dallas Goedert's out. I understand that the game plan is to basically throw underneath this too high cover shell and just to kind of control the ball because your defense is so good, or whatever is in their brain. But this is not going to be an acceptable thing moving forward, and I don't imagine it's going to stay this way. And if it does, they're in deep shit. Like, you can't have an offense like this. A lot of the things that I believed were going to tread towards the Eagles when defenses play them, it is still, we're going to take out Saquon Barkley, and we're going to make sure that we've got safety help with A.J. Brown. And you can describe it however you want, players bailing out the play callers all the time, or like A.J. and his talent is just helping Jalen Hurts, or however you want to describe it. In ways, I think all parts of those statements are pretty true. And I don't think it was answered yesterday. And as I said on the previous show, I am not giving in to, is there a problem with A.J. Brown, et cetera, because that's not an A.J. Brown problem. This has always been a Nick Sirianni problem. I'm not sure why he's not in the slot a ton. Why aren't there post corners? 0 to 19 yards and 0 attempts through 2 games, to me, is completely unacceptable. I don't give a shit what Jalen's limitations are. I don't care if you don't think he can throw a post corner. I don't give a shit. Those are going to be your best opportunities to clear the middle of the field, is when A.J. Brown is in the middle of it. And yet they keep putting this guy outside on the fucking X, outside on the X. It's been all of our complaint. And I think a lot of this is what Jalen is comfortable with, how you're going to go win the game. And just in context of yesterday in Kansas City, it's not excuses, it's just what was out there. The ball was slipping out almost on the first drive. I don't know what the hell happened there, if that was like Grant Calcaterra's knee hitting Jalen Hurts and having him fumble the football. Jordan Davis was huffing wind, and yes, I know, probably the worst example I could use in humidity and whatever was going on there in Kansas City, but no one really looked comfortable out there. The Chiefs didn't look comfortable out there. And they have a, skill position-wise, it's not even close. The Eagles are way better. So Patrick Mahomes doing more with less. But not really more yesterday. And you and I both figured that Spags was going to pretty much do what he did in the Super Bowl, and it made it a lot easier because Dallas Goedert wasn't there. There isn't an outlet. First game against Dallas, when Jalen was in trouble, Dallas Goedert was almost targeted immediately. You saw how quick that Jalen is resonating with not there, go to my check down. Not there, go to my check down. He was doing that a lot with Saquon, just happened to be inaccurate on a swing pass when they were blitzing. Like, some of those were the right call, and fuck me, Jalen just had a bad game. Not an impressive game. It was clunky. He was getting run into. He threw I don't even want to call it a moon ball. It was more like a basketball shot from half court. It's just like a 500 ball to A.J. Brown, where you and I were probably bitching that should have been a flag against the Chiefs there. And then the good ball to Devontae that was 23 yards or whatever to get them in range and go score a touchdown. This is a game where yards don't matter is one of the more truer statements that I've been saying for like the last 5 years. We can all acknowledge this brain aneurysm that the Eagles have about just making it easier for A.J. Brown. And I know that's not going to happen on every snap, but there is no well thought out process to go, if they're going to come after A.J. and it's going to continuously be like this, then where's Dotson, Mechie, and everybody else that can do quick outs, crossers, and just start fucking using the middle of the field? Again, I don't give a shit if we think Jalen Hurts can't consistently do that. It's unacceptable not to try it. Unacceptable after 5 years of being in the NFL. If you want my biggest critique, that one. And mainly because I don't want it to be true. I don't want it to be that Jalen Hurts cannot throw a post corner. Where is it? Again, it would seem to me like that is part of A.J. Brown's bread and butter. But if they know that you're going to just throw the slant to him every time, they're just going to cover the fucking slant every time. You've got to make the impression that he is a threat again. Between Jalen, Nick, and right now Kevin Patullo, they are doing a terrible job of doing that over the last year and a half. It's part of why they had such major success last year, because teams just went, fuck you, fuck that 2022 season. A.J. Brown is never going to do that again so long as we play the Eagles. And they did that, and they still found ways to get him open, kinda. And then Saquon gets here, and they just say, fuck it, just hand him the ball. And now defenses are going, nope, you're not going to do either one of those, Jalen. Fuck you, go play quarterback. Jalen, I believe, will figure this out as the season goes on, and so will Kevin. Like, there is a happy medium in between this. And if Jalen is pissed about that, fucking tell him tough shit, and it's time to grow up, which I don't think is happening. This is just feelings talking here. I'm just so fucking tired of talking about this every single year, and I don't have any answers for you. I just have what I think is going on. So, unfortunately, the true answer here is we'll fucking wait and see, which is not fun. We're looking for definitive, and all we got was a clown show passing game yesterday. Credit to the Chiefs for just saying, fuck you, we're just never going to let up. It was a Renaissance Spags game and a really shitty Andy game. Just having a peanut butter and shit sandwich in Kansas City. Second biggest question, what are they going to say about Jalen this week? I don't know, probably a bunch of bullshit. Same old stuff. And part of that I answered with the last question. I don't care how Jalen Hurts wins. I don't actually really give a shit if he can't throw a post corner the rest of his career. But you have got to do something right now to face that challenge, because you're never going to be a top 5 quarterback without that. Ever. I love Jalen to death. It's not the University of fucking Iowa. This isn't Oklahoma or Alabama. There is a part that, you can take this hold the ball strategy and don't make any mistakes and 0 interceptions. Yes, that's kind of like where the Jalen haters start to come in and bash games exactly like this. Except the difference is they dip into one bad game and they open the book about all his past mistakes, and they just bring it to the forefront again and saying, don't tell me this guy's a top 5. Don't tell me he's this or that. I don't give a shit if Justin Herbert ends up being a better quarterback than he does, because he doesn't play for the fucking Eagles. Or if it ends up being a rivalry like the Chiefs and the Eagles have right now, then I'll worry about it. But this guy is way better than all the names that surround him. The C.J. Strouds, the Baker Mayfield. That's where I will always have a problem. But for right now, if you want Jalen Hurts to be a top 5 quarterback, this has to be addressed at some point this season. And I will give you plenty of time to correct all this. Plenty of time. But we also know defenses are not going to put up with the bullshit. They are already at their wits' end with the tush push. Dean Blandino saying that in the open air. So, I can't believe it. Adam Schefter getting on Get Up this morning. They don't win that game without the tush push. You want to say they won that game in March? They won that game in March. Woohoo! It's still a credit to the Eagles offense that they're getting you within 1-yard situations. And then you're yapping about how they get the yard. It's really why I agree with Mike in the Discord big time on this. Just ban the fucking play. Just get rid of it. And when they still get that yard with a quarterback sneak, no push, you're going to be livid that you're not going to be able to stop this until Jalen Hurts is no longer their quarterback. I had jokingly said that I want them to run this against the Packers like 65 times. I can't watch it anymore. I can't watch it anymore because of the resounding, "You cheated." That's behind it. Just to get rid of it then. Get fucking rid of it. These teams are so scared of it, they jump off sides first, and then they create this whole narrative that the Eagles are jumping off sides, and this happens, and it's the play. Tough shit. Do you really want to stop it, or you just want to give it up? Like, there's this inherent, we've got to stop the tush push from the defense, and I'm not saying that defenses ever should look at that play and go, we're just going to give them the yard. But helmet on helmet ain't fucking working. I don't know what to tell you other than kiss the fucking ring. The Philadelphia Eagles broke the meta of football. That's pretty fucking brilliant to me. And lastly, I think one of our biggest questions was, will Adoree Jackson be mountains better when Jalen Carter returned? And that is a 100% yes. The only thing that I saw trip up Adoree Jackson was, again, Reed Blankenship, who is playing some Sidney Brown-ass football. And to me, I don't think that's been talked about enough, really. The last 2 weeks, Reed Blankenship hasn't looked sharp. Ryan in our Discord is licking his chops, ready to say something about CJGJ. I can feel it. But even with that, I thought the back seven played magnificent yesterday. There are some really big, what the fuck are you guys doing once or twice in that game? But for the most part, they handled that shitty Chiefs wide receiving core exactly how we thought they would. So overall, everything I'm feeling and saying just feels like the Eagles played it super safe. And we don't like that. I don't like when your coaching quarterback just play super ultra conservative. They didn't look like they were on the same page. Game plan they had walking in got blown up in their face. That's what it really looked like. And as of now, until I see anything different, Jalen Hurts to me is the best improviser that they have, not only just like on the field, but the feel of the game. He's probably got a better feel than Kevin Petula right now, if we're just being honest, at this point in time. And not calling a timeout when A.J. Brown is short of the first down, probably, and just letting the clock wind down. And Jake the Make was also amazing yesterday, too. That's frighteningly conservative sometimes. If you are Nick Sirianni and just going, hey, we don't have it, we just don't have it, that's pretty deflating, you know? You're basically telling Jalen, rather than commit a turnover here in the last 30 seconds, we're just going to take the 3 from 58 yards out or 56, whatever it ended up being. So I don't like that. Fucking knock that shit off, Nick. And for what it's worth, I just spilled an entire cup of coffee all over my leg when I said that, Nick. So that's probably some instant karma for me. Oh, let's see if any of our predictions came true. Going against the grain, I said Spags is going to mostly do the same stuff because he won't get pressure otherwise. And man, I was even surprised by the 64% blitz rate. Like Spags just said, fuck it, we're crushing you. My other prediction, I don't think, not that the Discord couldn't see this one coming. I didn't think that Dallas Goedert was going to play, but I do think he travels, and that one ended up being true. And this is the sloppy shootout that we all want. And that it was sloppy, but there was no shootout. And I don't think a lot of us were very happy in the end of this one. I will have plenty more thoughts on Tuesday or Wednesday. And then, of course, we'll be breaking down and getting ready for the Rams on the 21st with a preview show on Friday or Saturday. I do want to thank all of our good friends at Two Moods Beverages and, of course, Neshaminy Creek Brewing, the official drinks of the Watching the Birds Social Club and podcast. I am John Barchard. Please join me there next Sunday, and I'll see you in the Discord. The invite is always down below. Go Birds!